Hey guys, it's SimQueen, and today I'm building a bright and sunny loft in Oasis Springs. I recently posted on my channel my contemporary loft build, which was really fun to do, and I wanted to do another one similar to it but with a different theme on the inside. So that one was very contemporary, lots of browns and creams. This one is a lot different. The inside is meant to be bright and sunny and a little bit funky and colorful, and so that's what I did. This is one of the first builds I've done where I didn't use a picture from Pinterest or Google to build the outside. I already had been thinking about what I wanted it to look like, and so I kind of just winged it and went for it, and I think it turned out really well. I was picturing having a pool at the front of the house with sort of a gate to enclose it all, and I wanted it on a smaller lot as well, so there wasn't a ton of wasted space. The outside I was originally thinking could be brown, but I actually changed it all to white instead, which I thought it just looked a lot better, and it made more sense for what I was trying to do. I wanted it to be bright and sunny and light, and so I thought the white suited it a lot better. In terms of floor plan, I had to look at it for a little bit to try to figure out what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted it to be a loft upstairs, but once I built it, I was thinking, wow, this is a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be. And so I decided to put the bathroom upstairs, which was a little bit different. I haven't really done that before. Usually there's at least one bathroom on the main floor, but in this case, the only bathroom is upstairs. And it's more of like an ensuite to the bedroom. I did get rid of all the windows and put in those higher windows as well because they just suit bathrooms better, I think. This bathroom was really fun to build. I'm super happy with it. However, I'm not sure if it's 100% functional because of the placement of things. I put the toilet right between the countertop and the bathtub, and to be honest, I have no idea if that's going to work. I don't see why it shouldn't, but there is a chance that your sim may not be able to use the bathtub. I guess I should have player tested that, but in my mind I was thinking like, there's nothing in here that shouldn't work, so I never thought to test it. But I'm definitely going to try and live in this house anyway because I don't think it turned out to be very expensive, and I know that my sims could probably afford to live here. So I will probably at some point player test this when I'm living in it. I did actually try to clutter it up just a little bit. I wanted this house to look a little more lived in, a little more realistic, but also still very, not like messy, I guess, and it's still with lots of color. So I thought the bathroom turned out really well. I'm really happy with how it is, and I think it's super cute. And then I also put in like those lights above the mirror, which I think really helped to make it look super bright. I wanted to make sure there was lots of natural light throughout the house, and in places where that was difficult to do, I just decided to add more lights. So there are a lot of lights and a lot of windows in this house to try and capture that bright and sunny theme. And then for the upstairs bedroom, I played around with the beds for a while, couldn't decide what I wanted to do, so I actually left the bedroom for the last part, and I actually went downstairs and built there. This house was built in a very strange order. I was just jumping around from room to room, mostly because I didn't know where things were going to be, and usually I do have an idea when I go into a build of what the floor plan is going to be or what the rooms are going to look like, but in this case I honestly had no idea, but it was still really fun to do. And I had been picturing a dining table with yellow chairs, and I actually ended up getting rid of it. I think I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was just a little bit too bright, and I didn't like where I was placing the kitchen either, so I actually ended up cutting out a little bit of me playing around with everything because it took too long. And eventually you'll see me skip forward, and we end up having the kitchen in that far corner, and I did get rid of the windows as well and ended up putting the same windows in as the ones in the bathroom upstairs. And I don't actually think this house ends up having a dining table after this. I put in the living room, and I do have like a kitchen island there as well. And I was going to go for like a lime green color, but I wasn't really feeling it, so I did change it to blue instead, and I was really happy with it. That blue color I think is so pretty. It's kind of like a sky blue. I thought the kitchen looked really cute. Everything in the kitchen should work as well. I think that it should be completely functional. Yeah, this kitchen to me is very pleasing to the eye. Like I really like it. I think it's one of the nicer ones I've done, especially for a smaller home. I usually tend to do smaller kitchens because they look more realistic, and they look better by the time you're done when they have a little bit of clutter on there. So I did put a few wall lights in there too because those two windows didn't provide as much light as I was hoping for. And then I actually put in a computer desk underneath the stairs there, and just a little wall to sort of enclose the kitchen and separate the fridge and the computer desk, and another lamp, and just a little plant under the stairs as well. I moved that kitchen table around a lot before I ended up deleting it. I thought the island should be good enough. And then the living room is quite spacious. I knew I wanted to use yellow somewhere in the house, and if I couldn't do a yellow dining room, I wanted to do a yellow living room. And I briefly thought about using that aquarium coffee table, but I just couldn't do it. I don't know, I don't take it seriously. I don't really like it that much, so I didn't use it even though the yellow looked nice. I went for this octagonal one instead, which I've been using a lot lately. And I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with the windows. I wanted them partially covered, but didn't think I liked the blinds very much. I tried a whole bunch of different window coverings, and I think in the end I just leave them, but I don't quite remember. In this corner here, I just put some plants to sort of make the room look a little more bright. And I don't know why. I think that a corner of plants always just makes a room look more bright and inviting. I have no idea why. And then for the living room, I think I also added like a rug in there, and I think the living room is probably my favorite room. I do love the kitchen as well. I used that quirky little table that came with the Laundry Day stuff pack. It doesn't really suit the room, I get that, but I still wanted it there. I don't know why. I thought it looked nice. I was trying to find a place for those pillows that are on the floor, but there was really nowhere for them to go. So I just put some paintings on that one wall there. And of course, playing around with rugs, that's all I ever do. Like, I feel like I spend so much time looking at rugs. I should know them all now, but I tried a whole bunch of different ones. I still don't remember if I ended up going with the ones that are there now. I may have changed them. And those two mirrors I just thought looked really nice there. And of course, trying to play around with more window coverings. For some reason, I just couldn't leave it alone. I may have kept those ones the way they are, but of course, who knows? I always change things. I change them so much, and I don't even remember what I ended up choosing. And now for the front area of the house, it's kind of a bigger, more spacious, like foyer almost, I guess you could call it, but it's open to the floor above. So it's kind of like a balcony type thing going on, which I thought looked really nice, and I did put like a chandelier above that. I just can't resist. If there's an open balcony above, I have to use a really nice chandelier, because I rarely get to use them, so I always try to whenever I can. So I did put a bookshelf and a couple of other little cluttery items like a chair and a plant. I think this house is so cute, and I'm excited to live in it. I wish I knew how much it ended up costing. I can probably check right now, because I actually do really want to live in this house. And then upstairs here, I was of course like stuck on what I wanted to do for color. I was thinking pink, but then I thought like pink was too girly, even though the rest of the apartment to me is quite girly. I also ended up choosing peach. So I think I didn't really use did I use pink? I can't remember. I think that pillow on the chair, like, to me is peachy pink, but I was thinking of doing pink, and I mostly settled on peach just to avoid it being, like, way too girly. And then the upstairs, I think I just put in some more windows at the top. I originally had a door there, but I eventually realized that it wasn't functional at all because it's an open balcony. You cannot open that door. You can't get to it, so I got rid of that. And I just filled up this upstairs room a little bit more. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I thought it looked really cute. And now I'm just checking how much that house is worth, because it is available on the gallery. My origin ID is SimQueen 1992, and the house is worth $70,000. So I mean, to me, that's not that bad. But you can also make it a lot cheaper as well by deleting some more expensive items. So now we're just onto the outside. I put a little barbecue there, a table with some chairs, a plant behind it just to add a little bit of color. And I think I just put some benches there, a mailbox, and I added a few trees around the lot as well, just to sort of fill it up. I feel like every lot has to have a couple of trees. And some lights as well, because it looks really nice at nighttime as well, and I did put a photo of that in the screenshots. And I think that is pretty much it for the bright and sunny loft. If you enjoyed this build, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Thanks for watching.